Hello to all my fellow Sagittariuses. Let's get into your October 2020 reading and see what I can see with that, what you guys are going to get into, how the general month is going to go for you guys. Also, I'm going to look at you and an involvement that you may have had in the past or that you're currently thinking about, and who may come back into your life in October, or someone that you're currently dealing with. Either way, I'll get into you and how they're, like, how you're feeling, how they're feeling, separate that out, and then also go into each sign, Aries through Pisces for you guys, and then I'm also going to go into new love and then career and finance. So we have a lot to cover. To start out the reading, I have the Devil in reverse for you, Sagittarius. So it's interesting. I feel like maybe you're releasing either this person, if they were a bad person for you, could have been a Capricorn. But I feel like you're releasing someone this month, or could just be releasing some bad habits, maybe some bad problems with, I don't know, for a very small percentage of addiction, but for most of you, letting go of a really unhealthy bondage, a really unhealthy like tie that you may have had to this person. Could have been a karmic connection or something like that. Yeah, Seven of Cups in reverse, meaning that someone was not working out for you, or you felt like someone possibly was almost a pipe dream because you didn't think that they would ever change. I'll get into them in just a second, but you're feeling like throughout October and possibly before October, feeling like this person will never change, and that's a very frustrating thing. So yeah, we have you thinking realistically throughout the month about this person, thinking realistically about their actions, which is an important thing to do. No matter, I do see that there might have been some unhealthy bond to this person, to where you really cared and you were really invested, but you weren't getting anything back for some of you, and I feel like you're more rooted in reality at the moment, which is a pretty common theme for October throughout, but especially for you guys. I love this thing. So let's pull some more cards, see what else we are working with throughout the month. Oh, I have my Halloween decorations up, sort of. Oh, I have her. Happy almost Halloween, hopefully. October is going to be a good month for you guys. October is usually a really fun month, I think. I think October, November, December, I'm a Sagittarius too, so I know December is like a lot of our birthdays, but if you have a sun sign, this could be for sun, moon, or rising, or if you have a lot of like this element on your Sagittarius on your chart, but I'm just saying, I feel like October is usually a pretty good month in terms of just fun things going on, seasons changing, that sort of thing. I don't know, I'm definitely like a fall and winter type of person. So we have the Empress card, which could mean that you're taking care of yourself by making this decision for you. I feel like it may be the right move almost for your soul. Like this was too overwhelming of a connection for a lot of you. This came out upright. I think you're going to end up being a little bit in October, which I can see with the I knew I was going to have problems with this word before it even came out of my mouth. Trajectory of this storyline that I have here, meaning you're realizing that this is something unhealthy. It's not realistic that this person will change or that they'll want to commit to me. And then I get taking care of yourself, but then I get a guarded feeling here. Nine of Wands, meaning you're kind of closing off in October, and that makes me a little worried. I wonder where it's going to lead you to. I feel like for a lot of you can let me know, but I think for a lot of you, this is like an okay decision to close yourself off because of some hurt that I see with the Devil card in reverse. That could really also mean someone else is imposing their really bad habits onto you, and I could see the heaviness. And I haven't gotten a heavy Sagittarius reading really, so I feel like maybe this is a heavy time for some Sagittariuses, or you're more like you're coming out of a heavy period. Maybe September wasn't so great. Could also be maybe you're dealing with some depression issues in September and then following into October for some of you. some sadness here. 5 of Cups. I'm really confident that you guys will, I feel like sometimes accepting reality can cause us to be sad, just from a psychological standpoint. I feel like, ooh, the Tower card, big changes coming in October, but I feel like for a lot of you, this accepting reality that this person is not a good person on you and that they hurt you. I'm going to get into them and see how they're going to be acting towards you, but I'm just saying, like, accepting this as fact and being more rooted in reality in a way is taking care of yourself, but also it will make you sad because it's just, you're almost grieving a relationship in a way to where you're realizing that this will never change. But then we get the Tower card around probably the end of the month, which could mean a lot of things. So this person is also feeling very heavy, Sagittarius. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but I feel like this is pretty mutual, that you guys are both with a really heavy heart during this time. The Chariot in reverse, meaning that they are possibly afraid to contact you, afraid to move things forward for either personal reasons or for your own, like because they probably knew that maybe they messed up and they don't really know what to say. But then I get the 10 of Wands as well. You could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like I said, Capricorn, or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But they're really feeling the heaviness of this connection as well. This smoke is in my face. It's really pretty though. Like, I love it. That's why I light it, but it's like... The 10 of Wands. This is an extreme burden. They're feeling the heaviness as well. They're extremely... I feel like while you're kind of letting go, being guarded, turning towards a little possible inner growth and sadness here, feeling the loss of the situation. I mean, this is like sad. I'm sure some of you have already dealt with this before October. I don't think that... Yeah, because I see some letting go, so I feel like for a lot of you, this is something that you've already been aware of before October. But yeah, like I said, they're a little afraid to move forward, or they have been in the past. And I feel like some of this, you realizing that this person is never going to commit to you, this person is never going to contact you, that sort of thing. They feel like just really burdened and overwhelmed. And then 3 of Wands for them, which means at some point throughout the month, I feel like they're going to decide to pursue you. You know, Sagittarius, sometimes when I'm doing my readings, pretty much a lot of the times I'm talking about someone that's, I could feel in like the heaviness, and really like maybe 2 out of, when I'm going through all the signs, maybe 2 readings where I'm like, oh, this is definitely really heavy and sad. And I could feel it almost like in my chest or something. I am going through like the sign that I'm doing right now, Sagittarius, like you guys know, and I'm like, wow, this is just a really sad thing. Like, I feel really sad for the people that are going through this. And also, I'm a Sagittarius, so I don't really know, like, it's not, obviously this is a reading for October and I'm filming it in September, but in general, just I just feel that sadness that I'm sure a lot of you guys already have been aware of before October. But when I feel that sadness, I always almost get on the other side, where once you're really letting go and moving on, and I always say this, I'm like, then all of a sudden someone's getting up and getting out of their long period of waiting around or being sad or scared or whatever, and deciding to come out of their shell right when I see this letting go moment. And it almost is disappointing to me in a way, and I'm sure a lot of you are really happy to hear that, but it is disappointing that someone can't realize what they have until it's almost gone, or till when you're almost grieving it and it's already out the window. That's when I always get in readings, when people are motivated to act, and it's like almost disappointing, because it's like, you should have done this a long time ago. And I feel like that's frustrating for me, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this situation. It's, sorry, I kind of want to candle it because it brings some happiness into my life with this sad reading. So on the bright side, we have a more positive turn of events in October, to where this person, 3 of Wands, is motivated to make things work, or at least is feeling optimistic, kind of out of nowhere, which is definitely frustrating. mean to say that, like, if you're not sad, that this is for some people. It's not for all Sagittariuses. And I'm going to go through each sign. Don't feel like you're going to be sad if you don't feel like you are going through anything right now. This is for the people that already are dealing with a toxic connection sort of thing is what I'm focusing on. But like I said, I'm going to all signs and new love and career and all these things. So don't, you know, if it doesn't resonate, don't make yourself feel like you're going to be sad. Please don't. I just feel sad for the people that this reading is about, is what I'm saying. So quite literally, 3 of Wands, 8 of Coins, meaning someone putting in hard work, someone feeling optimistic. But I feel like it's around the time that you're going to be guarded and leaving. 5 of Cups is also could be like having a loss and really walking away in some ways. But 8 of Coins is a long-term thing, like someone wanting to be with you long-term and putting in the work long-term over time. So with the Sun card in reverse, I'm not so sure that they're going to achieve this. Could be because you don't want anything to do with them. Like I said, because you're closed off. Could also be because they just aren't making a move, but they're motivated to. Yeah, I feel like when I do my mid-month, I'll focus more on like the end of the month, but I feel like towards the end of the month is when they're going to contact you, and I feel like it's going to be a really big moment for you, and honestly very sudden and weird because you haven't heard from this person a little bit here throughout the month especially, but I feel like you haven't heard from them for a lot of you, or towards the end of, like at the end of September when I'm starting this reading, because we start out with the Devil in reverse, meaning you're kind of releasing this person. And then the Hermit card on their side. So I feel like they're keeping this to themselves, which is kind of strange. So I have my 2 little decks. Let's go into this. It's called the Hidden Truth Oracle. Tell you how I feel like this person is feeling, what they're not communicating, because they're clearly not communicating a lot here. Although they feel this burden, this overwhelming energy, they're not communicating that exactly. So, and like I said, don't feel sad if you don't feel sad. Like, this is something that I just see some of you going through. And I'm here to tell you that there will be change. Tower card. There will be some change here. And if this person was a bad influence on your life, sometimes even if someone's bad, you feel sad when they're out of your life, because when someone's important to you and they're gone, it sucks out of your life. But if they're bad to you, Devil card, maybe it's for the best. This person could have been immature. You and I were too young. Could be actually that you guys were too young, or could be the case that this person is just immature. I'm not going to go crazy with these cards. I know I messed up everything. They did. You got your heart broken clearly, and I feel like that's where the sadness is coming in, and they were extremely sad. Like, almost this, what's the word? Like regret and sorrow and sadness with the 10 of Wands, just feeling extremely burdened and almost completely overtaken by grief and sadness for what they did. It says, I know I messed up everything, so I really do feel like this person messed up. I wonder if you were happy without me. There's a lot of Earth here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and there's also a lot of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I left you before you could leave me. This is an interesting one whenever I get it. So maybe that's why they left and messed everything up. They hope you have forgiveness in your heart for them one day, and I feel like that's kind of what they're holding out for here is for you to forgive them. They want you. I don't think they've stopped wanting you. I don't see anything that at all that they've lost feelings or anything like that. I feel like it's mostly just that they were really afraid and also really stuck, like they didn't want to move forward for some reason. Maybe there's some distance between the two of you here. Right. I'm waiting for our divine connection to happen, but in the meantime, I'm focusing on myself for us. Hermit card. Divine love messages. is this deck. I just got it. Really like it. But like I said, they're working on themselves. 8 of Coins, they're putting in the work. And I feel like what I was talking about before, where they may be taking some time apart and have been, but I feel like they're waiting to come back. Maybe in their waiting, they're afraid. Our bond is divine and unbreakable. That's super intense. So the love is there. Didn't I say one of the first things I said is that this could have been a karmic connection? This seems typical of a karmic connection. So there is a sense of, like I said, I just started using this deck and it's kind of very intense. So I don't know if some of you guys like really intense messages, but this says, don't lie to me. I know if you do through our divine blood. I'm not really sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's true, but I don't think it's so intense. I feel like it's mostly just that could be you, Sagittarius. Like I said, they messed everything up and there is some forgiveness needed here. So I feel like you guys know intuitively when one's lying to one another, when the truth's being withheld. So I feel like that's some of your frustrations here, is you know when someone's lying to you. Okay, this last card I'm going to pull. Fate brought us together. Really seems like a karmic connection from, I mean, all these cards. There really seems like that. Let's get into the outcome, what we're looking at, like sort of long term in October. I'd like to just focus on October, but let's see what we're looking at. I'm also going to do a mid-month like I normally do. Someone's making their mind up. 2 of Wands in reverse. Someone's possibly wanting to plan, or there could be, let's see. This is someone from your past, and like I said, they're really thinking about you. There's a lot of, do you forgive me? I know I messed everything up. Are you thinking about me? Just a lot of regret on their end. There's a lot of regret for sure. That's definitely one of the main themes of this reading. Nine of Coins. So, like I said, a lot of someone thinking about you and putting in work so that you guys could be together long term. 9 of Coins is a very long-term card. So this is someone you could end up being with, someone from your past. It's someone that maybe was indecisive for a while but made their mind up. Hope that makes sense. Let's get into each side. I feel like I kind of really went on there. Yeah, I really did. It was just an interesting little story here. Hope that it resonated. I really like it when I use other decks and that like all the decks kind of validate what I'm saying. That's pretty nice. I feel like that really validates the story here, so. All right, let's start with Aries. If you're dealing with an Aries, at any capacity, this could be romantic or it could be a friend or a family member or like a coworker, whatever. Just relate it to your story. I'm gonna speak about it as if it's romantic, but you guys who are on this channel or subscribe to me or know the deal with that, subscribe to me if you feel like it. I really appreciate that. This Aries is really worried. Maybe they're worried to speak their mind because they don't really know how you feel. I get some deep fears of commitment as well. They're kind of freaked out, I feel like. Not by you, but freaked out by maybe... They could be having some... Yeah, I feel like they're freaked out of commitment, maybe because they have some issues with their exes. Not saying they're involved, but saying that they have some commitment issues, maybe some past baggage from past relationships, which, to be honest, who really doesn't? I feel like, but it's almost overwhelming. Let's get into a Taurus. So this Taurus is possibly waiting for you to take the lead. King of Coins, King of Pentacles is a Taurus card. So really, really strong energy here, I feel like. But they're waiting for you to take the lead because they don't really know. Maybe they're a little out of control emotionally or aren't in control of their emotions for some of you. But I feel like more than anything, there's some issues with control, and you could have been married, honestly, to a Taurus, because wedding in reverse meaning could have had a divorce with a Taurus. and they're kind of waiting for you to take the lead in a lot of ways, but could also be the case that they are not interested in marriage. There, it says marriage. This involves marriage. And since it's in reverse, I feel like a marriage fell through for some of you with the Taurus. And I feel like they're waiting for you to kind of make the next move. Why am I pulling this first? Okay, so with the Gemini, we have chemistry in reverse. Maybe you guys are in a really bad phase right now. Let's see. Feel compelled to pull anything. Okay, King of Wands. Wow, lots of like big King and Queen courts here coming out. With the Gemini, they're actually willing to take the lead, but I feel like they're worried that you don't have. Maybe they can't get a feel for how you're feeling. That's why chemistry is in reverse. She's sitting so funny. I didn't notice that. My mom got that for me for my Halloween decorations, and she's cute. Like, she has like this little magic crystal ball. She's very Halloween-y. But anyways, so with the Gemini, they're worried, I feel like, that maybe they can't get a feel for how you feel. That's why chemistry is in reverse. Sometimes when it's like a magnetic connection, you could feel exactly how someone else is feeling. But I feel like in this case, they're going to take the lead. This Gemini is going to take the lead and just kind of say what they feel. Also kind of going to put on a very charismatic show, like show you the good parts of their personality throughout October. But they can't really get a feel for you, so they don't really know how you feel. But maybe that's why they're more motivated in the end. The Sun card. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, we have really positive energy. If you're looking for an answer, yes or no answer, the answer is yes with a Cancer. That's happened. I think that's happened a couple times on this channel where I was like, oh, I just rhymed. But I'm like, the answer is yes with a Cancer. If you're looking for an answer, the answer is yes with a Cancer. That's happened a couple times to where I like laughed to myself. I'm like, oh, I just rhymed. But really good place with the Cancer. No love decks. No, this isn't coming out. Could be a soulmate. Really good energy with a Cancer. Calling in your soulmate. I feel like even if this is a friend, you guys could have a soulmate connection. Soulmates connections could be friends or family members. But I feel like you guys are just really tapping into some really good energy throughout October with a Cancer. Let's look at what's going on with a Leo throughout October. This Leo doesn't really know what to say. I feel like they're really in their head. They have a lot of passion for you. I'm sure you could see that. I feel like you guys are going to have a really good, for some of you, a really good month with a lot of happiness. But I feel like they're holding back from you, and it's because they're really nervous. Yeah. If you're dealing with a Virgo, relating to the general, we have this sudden, for some of you sudden, but I feel like you guys were in a bad time for a while, but you and a Virgo could actually make progress this month, which is kind of, for some of you with honeymoon in reverse, maybe kind of surprising, but you could make progress with a Virgo this month. They're thinking about you in an optimistic sort of way. So if we're dealing with a Libra, this Libra's taking their time. Trying to do things the right way throughout October, not acting impulsively or anything crazy. Also has to do with the general, someone really trying to put in work in a way that makes sense because they're serious about you, Sagittarius. Soulmate, another soulmate connection here with a Libra. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, could have had a breakup with a Scorpio possibly a while ago. 2 cups in reverse. This person isn't for you, I feel like. Maybe Yeah, I don't think this person is for you. Children in reverse. You guys could have been, like I said, this could have been, I don't know why I said that, but you guys could have been together when you were really young and immature. But also could be the case that you could have had children with a Scorpio. But I feel like more than anything, it's just the case that this Scorpio is still immature and you guys won't see eye to eye. So I don't think that they're really, it's almost, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not meant to be. I just feel like right now in October, you guys won't be in unison for a lot of you here. If you're dealing with a fellow Sagittarius, really similar to the general, yeah. I mean, obviously, on your side, Sagittarius, I got the same card that I got on your side for the general, meaning you're thinking, both you and the Sagittarius, you guys are both Sagittariuses, are thinking realistically and not thinking head in the cloudsy anymore. I feel like you guys both know that maybe this isn't realistic. There could be some distance between the two of you. Could also be the case that one or both of you have some control issues and don't really allow things to happen. I don't know, I'm a Sagittarius. I know sometimes, like, I don't know if that's a common characteristic of Sagittarius, but I know within myself, I'm pretty impatient. So I feel like maybe you guys are both impatient and that could be an issue. In this, with the control issues, not wanting it to unfold naturally. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, I feel like this Capricorn is, for lack of a better term, pretty cold. I feel like they're also really unstable during October, meaning they're cold for the most part, but they're also really hot and cold. So majority of the time cold, but also there's these moments of just very strange, almost mood swings from this Capricorn throughout the month. I feel like you won't really know because they don't communicate well. You won't really know what they want. Queen of Swords in reverse. You could have you could reconcile. I feel like this Capricorn could reconcile with you, similar to the general. You could reconcile with them, and it says someone from your past is returning to your life. So Capricorn could return, but they might be kind of cryptic and weird and also cold. Like when they message you, they may be coming in hot and heavy almost, to where they're like, oh, I want to be with you, and then it's really cold out of nowhere. So there is some reconciliation, but also, like I said, some instability. What about an Aquarius? This Aquarius is maybe a little emotionally unavailable. This Aquarius also could have been unfaithful in the past. I wouldn't wait around for this Aquarius. I'm not really getting the best vibe, for lack of a better word, from this Aquarius. We have, the Knight of Cups, meaning they're emotionally unavailable. So for this month of October, it's not looking so good. For some of you, I mean. Like I said, these could be applied for Sun, Moon, and or Rising, so take everything into account. I'm not saying all of you will not be with an Aquarius throughout this time. Obviously, that's not the case. I'm just saying that's what I get. So, if we have a Pisces, I feel like this Pisces is almost non-committal, but also could be the case that this Pisces and you aren't going to have the best time in October. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I guess the general wasn't so positive either, so I guess I don't like to say positive and negative. I'm going to really try to stop doing that because things are more nuanced than that. But if you felt like you knew this Pisces, like almost when you met them, you feel like you were really comfortable with them automatically, or that you guys, it almost felt as if you've known each other. It could be because of this was a past life relationship, but I feel like throughout October, you were going through a little bit of a rough patch. So let's get into new love real quick. Sagittarius, if you have a friend that you're wondering if they have feelings for you, if they're going to admit feelings for you, someone you haven't been romantic with, let's see what is going on with them and if they're going to admit feelings. Very similar to the general, they're also very burdened and also very guarded. I'm sure a lot of you are like, yep, that sounds like this person. Also, say selfish, but I do want to say that they're focused on themselves. I think that they're a little too overwhelmed right now. Maybe there's too much going on with the state of things in the world. They're a little overwhelmed and just trying to focus on providing for themselves. But maybe towards the end of the month or at some point in the month, you may have some really good positive change with this person or good luck. Meaning maybe you guys won't speak for a little bit here and they're overwhelmed and they're busy, but then you may get a change of pace. So I'm not saying that they'll omit feelings, but I am saying that you guys will get some good luck, and I feel like this is a really strong connection that the two of you have, but they're kind of going through it in October, which seems to be the case with everyone Sagittarius is dealing with, and I'm not too happy to hear it, but I guess there's some positivity in things. Like I said, it's not positive or negative. For most of the time, it's pretty nuanced. So in terms of totally new opportunities, I feel like a lot of you, let's see. Okay. That's a pretty clear answer. Sagittarius, I just feel like there is some past relationship, like in this, I'm talking about this life, like currently, some baggage from past relationships to where, and I feel like there may be some emotional unavailability on your end. Like I said, for the collective, I'm not saying that you guys, that doesn't really make any sense to me. When I'm doing new love, I'm just looking at a collective. I'm not saying you guys won't meet anybody. I'm just saying as a, like that definitely could be the case to where you meet someone this month. Just because I don't exactly see it for the collective doesn't mean that you guys won't meet anybody. I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of you hear very clear storyline, and I wouldn't lie to you guys. Like, I'm sure a lot of you are going through this, so I'm just going to say it. And again, it doesn't mean that you won't meet anyone in October. What I am saying, Page of Coins in reverse, meaning you're not putting yourself in a position to be. Maybe you're working really hard, or literally could mean that you're still dealing with an earth sign. But also Moon in reverse and then Five of Wands in reverse, meaning there's some past things that you haven't dealt with to where you literally, quite literally, the Six of Cups. Meaning you're too focused on the past, almost nostalgic. And I feel like you're thinking about a past person that you fought with a lot, and a past person to where they caused you some emotional baggage. That I feel like, Sagittarius, if I'm being totally honest, a lot of you are not in a position to meet new people this month. I feel like because you're thinking about a past person, and you're thinking about past conflict and past hurt, especially the Moon card. Maybe some quite literally conflict, thinking about the past. I mean, it's just clear. I feel like you're going to be focusing on work, which leads me into looking at work for you guys. Or just focusing on, yourself and growing and healing and that sort of thing. Again, it doesn't make sense to say none of you guys will meet anybody in October. That makes no sense. I'm just saying as a collective, we have, from what I can see, Sagittarius have an element of emotional unavailability throughout the month because of some past things. A lot of you are feeling nostalgic this month, and it is what it is. It's not bad, like I said. It's every month you can't be willing and ready to meet new people. So in terms of work, we have the High Priestess in reverse, meaning I feel like maybe your intuition knows that this is going to pay off or that you're going to get what you want, but there's this devil in your head or on your shoulder, not quite literally, but that like sentiment to where there's someone not someone in your head. In your head, there's something telling you, you're telling yourself that you won't be able to do it even though your intuition disagrees. I'm talking like a very, intuition's on a deeper level of yourself. I'm talking about shallow level anxieties or negative thinking. I feel like you're telling yourself that this won't work out. You may have been doing this before to where you're almost selling yourself short. And I also feel as though Eight of Coins in reverse, you're not accepting help from anybody. You're like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it myself. And maybe that is not the best move here. I feel like if you have people that you can reach out to for resources or for help, that will be a good idea. I have a lot of intuition in reverse. I feel like if you try to let go of that negative thinking here, Sagittarius, and you're more in touch with your intuition, which may be telling you that this is a right move for you, there is this block. And I feel like it also relates to the love reading that I was doing. Sagittarius, where you're guarded and you're guarded from yourself. You're not in touch with yourself. There's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of worries throughout the month. And possibly my purpose here and why I'm getting these cards and why I meant to tell you guys this is that to try to put your heart into what you're doing more and try to listen to your intuition or your soul or your heart, whatever you want to call it, just that gut feeling instead of your negative self-talk. I feel like that's really getting in the way here, and it's also stopping you from reaching out for help or asking other people to guide you. Or this card is like working and learning something, but in reverse. So sometimes it can be interpreted as being selfish, but also just really almost being a perfectionist and trying to do everything on your own and not asking for help from anybody else. And I feel like that may be your downfall in this month. So I feel like before, if you're watching this before October or whenever you're watching this, just really try to think and ask yourself, like, are you accepting help? Are you using your resources, other people around you, people that worked on this before? I mean, it could be a hobby, a skill, it could be anything, but I feel like there is this level of perfectionism and wanting to do everything on your own, and that really shows me here. All cups and intuition, they're all in reverse. You're not listening to your true inner self here. You're listening to like a more negative, shallow level ego almost. With the Devil card here as well, and it's upright, there is this sense of negative self-talk getting in the way of your own intuition and empathy for yourself and care for yourself and all these things. So I feel like I meant to tell you guys to listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, and allow help from other people. Let's see what else we get here. There's more about you being stuck, like the Devil card meaning being bondage, like being stuck to something, not being able to. Eight of Swords in the Devil card meaning you're stuck in your own thoughts and your own thought patterns, and also could be stuck in the past. Like I said, in a lot of ways this is a very nostalgic month for you in October. Maybe you guys have a lot of memories from Octobers before or something like that, to where you're almost stopping yourself from doing what you're meant to do here. And also another card, I mean, it's basically all the cards just are repeating themselves at this point, so I'll stop and start pulling advice. But basically what I'm saying is that Three of Coins in reverse, meaning you're not collaborating, you're not working with other people. Eight of Coins in reverse, you're not collaborating, you're not working with other people. Devil card and Eight of Swords meaning you're stuck, you're thinking, you're too much in your own head, you're almost a prisoner to your own thoughts. And then Knight of Cups, High Priestess, and Queen of Cups in reverse, all in reverse, all that mean the same thing, meaning you're not listening to your intuition. So that's what I get. I really hope that this can help you to where you start listening to your own intuition here. Maybe I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm a Sagittarius as well, so I can see where this is coming from. But these are all very clear. Is what's stopping you from really achieving what you're meant to achieve this month. A new start is coming. Some good news. I feel like once you get over this, your own head, basically these all just are your own head. Once you get over that, that's your biggest obstacle here, and a new start is coming. Also, if you guys are waiting on some sort of answer, the answers you need are coming. This could relate to anything in your life, to where if you're waiting on some sort of answer, they're coming. Maybe that'll bring you some peace of mind and let you to allow you to step outside of your mind. I hope that this is resonating with some of you, because I feel like this is one of the most important messages I've gotten, to where it's so clear in a career read. Step out of your comfort zone. That's exactly what I'm saying. Step out of your own head. Believe in the impossible. If you're telling yourself that you can't achieve something, it's just not true. So I really hope that you get over that hurdle. Be candid. Be candid with yourself even. Tell yourself the honest, objective truth, not the negative self-talk, or, well, this happened in the past, this didn't work out in the past, that kind of talk. Be candid, be true to yourself. Also be candid with other people. If you need help, be candid with them and tell them that you need help. Exactly right when I said that. Insight. For those of you, I'm not saying that's all of you, but for those of you that may need to listen to other people and get help from other people, listen to people who have done this before, listen to your friends, to your family members, that sort of thing during this time. Get some insight from other people and try to make an unbiased opinion. I feel like that's outside of your head. If people around you are saying this could work, here's some important steps, or even if you get professional help in some way, like some sort of financial advisor, I'm not saying all of you could, like, do that, but I'm just saying, like, in general, listen to some insight that people may have for you. Divine support. If you don't feel supported during this time, one, I feel like this could mean that you have more support than you think, but also could mean that you're guided on the right path and that you're, like I said, the answers you need are coming, a new start is coming, a more positive era in your life, but you're being supported through this. If you feel like you don't have support, you do have support. I feel like I'll pull one more card. Cultivation. If you're worried about doing something creative, if that's maybe possibly, like I said, if this isn't relating, but for your main, like, financial income, but you're trying to do some sort of creative project on the side or something like that, it's a big card on creating, especially music. So this could be a month of cultivation and creating and, like, being in a really creative mindset, as long as you let it be and you're not in your own head. Which I think is really beautiful and positive. That once you just step outside of your own head and telling yourself you can't do something, you can create some real things here. Prayers and wishes. Keep thinking big. I mean, there's no harm in thinking big. I'm not saying drop millions of dollars on something, but it is good to set your intentions high. Not so that you'll set your intentions high within reason, but also with the expectation that things may not work out, but also so you're not selling yourself short. On a general note, plant the seeds. I'm really glad that this came out. Exactly. I'm not saying that you'll get, I feel like this is a start, like planting seeds, doing something, cultivating, creating something, getting support, even like literally fundraising or something like that. Like, that's what I'm getting from this, is starting something really good that could actually end up really paying off. Really high element of starting something. Maybe you've already started it, but I'm just saying this is a really big month on you really putting the nail on, I keep using like random expressions that I don't even know if that's how you say it or not. nail on the hammer? I don't know, just starting it, like taking the first step. The first big step. I hope that this is like resonating. This reading has gone on pretty long. So, affirmations for positive change. Really, 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 really important. If not the most important card that I pulled. Positive affirmations. Tell yourself that you can. Positive affirmations will create positive change. And I really hope that you guys know that and appreciate yourselves for that. So, Sagittarius, this has been a really interesting reading. I'm not saying that I feel like in a lot of ways it's going to be a really beautiful month of creation and creativity. But there are some important elements of stepping outside your head, like I said, and also there are some important elements of you guarding yourself, whether that's for a good reason or not. So just keep that in mind this month. I really hope that you like this reading. If you did, please let me know, comment, tell me your story, tell me what's going on. I would love to hear it. Like this video and subscribe if you like this video, and then you could see my mid-months and also just my love readings that I do occasionally here to get some more insight and some updates on the month and stuff like that when things start to change. If you really like this reading, you can reach out to me for a personal reading and we could talk about that. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope that you stay safe throughout the month, and if you want to create. That's the most important thing you can do, is give the world your creations, because nothing can come from your mind except for things, I don't know, I'm going to stop saying phrases that nothing, you can't, like, what I'm trying to say is that if no one can create what you can create. It comes from your mind, it's unique, create it. I'm going to stop with my weird phrases now for this video, but enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys, stay safe, and see you later, Sagittarius. Appreciate it.